Hello Sagittarius, welcome to Demella Universe. We are Velastri. Thank you so much for joining us. This is for the Sun, Moon and Rising sign of Sagittarius. And beautiful Sagittarians, this is your weekly reading for the 14th to the 20th of August 2023. Sagittarius, let's see what's coming through at this time. Beautiful Sagittarians, on the 16th of August we have the new moon in Leo. We'll be uploading that reading soon. For now, let us see what's coming through for you this week, 14 to 20 August 2023. Have a beautiful and prosperous week, Sagittarius. Let's see what's coming through for you at this time. At the center of the read, you have the Root of Stones, which is the Knight of Pentacles energy in this tarot. So yes, it's been a long journey. It's been a long journey, and we feel with the beautiful opening up of the flower and the bee, it's time for some reward. It's time for some reward for hard work done. It's been a long journey, and it's time for some achievement. Yes, we're receiving that from this long journey. Let's see the energy that either challenges this or complements this. Let's see how this energy turns out. Okay, yes, the Seven of Wands. It's been a long journey, and Source is saying hold your ground, don't give up, with the Seven of Wands there. Okay, you see they have rather the crow on their shoulders. So Source is saying listen to your inner guidance, listen to the messages from the unknown. The crow and the raven bring messages from the dark, from the shadow, from the unknown. So listen to those energies. And look, there's a busy bee here on those flowers. So you've been working hard. It's been a long journey. You have been working. You have been really, planting your seeds, doing the work. It's been a long journey, watching your seed grow and to plant and blossom, just trying to get all of this going. And Source is saying, don't give up. A victory is on its way. There's the rainbow. A victory is on its way. Just keep with your alchemy. A victory is coming through. Don't give up. Okay. Keep that courage, that endeavor energy that you're having. Let's see the basis of this. Why is Source saying don't give up? Why is Source being your biggest cheerleader? I mean, Source has always been, but why now? Why must you not give up? Ten of Thunder. Okay, it's been a lot. Okay, it's been a lot of energies. The Ten of Thunder is the Ten of Swords energy, so a lot of fear, but you are releasing it. This is you stepping away out of the illusion. This is you having a breakthrough and finally relieving the realm of illusion, the Piscean realm of illusion. This is you completing a soul cycle. Okay, Source is saying you're completing a soul cycle here. You're going to have a new beginning, a whole new beginning. And that's what you're working towards, a new beginning in your life, a new way of living, a new way of exploring and being, and a new way, just newness. There's something about you ushering in a new way of living, way of being, a new dimension. You're done with the old. You're done with the old. You're done with the old. We can feel it fundamentally in your frequency. You are done with the old energy. And Source is saying, yes, that's because you are really wrapping up that Ten of Swords energy. You are releasing the old frequencies. You are releasing the caterpillar stage, and you are coming into your butterfly fully. And Source is just saying, do not give up. You are almost there. It's the last stages of it. Okay. Okay. So in the recent past, sorry, these cards are flying. Give us a moment, Sagittarius. Okay. These cards are silky smooth. They just glide easily. So the Devil card here in your recent past. Yes, there's a major breakthrough here of the mirror frequency where you finally released the old energies to allow yourself a newness. This is you finally letting go of these attachments. And see, you always could let them go. You were holding them in your hand, and you finally let them go. You let go of the burdens, letting go of the attachments, letting go of the restrictions, letting go of these energies that were holding you back from stepping into your new world. Because you see here you are stepping into a new world, but held back in this old world by these barriers, and you finally let them go. You let go of the fear, let go of the conditioning, let go of the outcome, let go of how you should normally do things, the ways in which people or society try to convince you was the right way of doing things. You've let go, and you're finally allowing yourself to be born of source. So you're really letting go of the conditioning, the restriction, the anger, the fear, the illusion. And that's the work you've been doing. It's been a long journey, but there's a dark night of the soul, which you are finally releasing, beautiful Sagittarius, finally coming out of the dark night of the soul energy. Crowning, it's been a long journey, Sagittarius. It's been a long one, but you're finally breaking free. You're coming now to the surface. And here, Nine of Wands, yes, look, crowning, the end, right? You're coming to the end of that worry, and this is you not giving up. The Nine of Wands, you're not giving up. You are not giving up faith. You're not giving up your power. Look, you see, always watching, always aware behind there, not giving up. And again, Source is saying, don't give up. There's a huge thing of you, don't give up. And this doesn't mean, okay, Source is bringing some clarity. This doesn't mean, oh, you're in this abusive relationship, don't give up. No. This doesn't mean, oh, you're in this sad, or not sad, rather, you're in this, yes, in this very depressing, unhappy work situation where you don't want to be in, don't give up. It's going to, not that kind of. Source would never encourage you to remain in a space of abuse, or a space of sadness, or a space of neglect or pain. Source would never force you to stay there or encourage you to stay there. The don't give up means, should you leave that relationship, don't give up, something's coming in. Should you leave that workplace, don't give up. So it's the encouragement of don't give up on things that bring you happiness and bring you joy. Don't give up the releasing of these energies that don't serve you. Yes, there are a lot of them, and it's coming in huge amounts. We feel for you, but don't give up the work that needs to be done. It's a long journey indeed, but you are coming to the manifestation. You're coming to the reward. Don't give up the fight. Don't give up. Okay. So if you are in an abusive relationship and you finally have the strength to leave, don't give up thinking, oh no, I'm going to be alone or whatever. Source is with you. You are going to be fine. You're going to recover. You're going to be stronger and better than before, because you don't need anyone to hold you back, to pull you down. Source would never encourage you to remain in any situation, no matter what the beliefs and the religions say about vows and commitments. Source would never, ever ask you to remain in a place where you are being abused and you're being neglected and you're being treated horribly, and for you to call it love. That's not the way Source works. Anybody who's telling you that, it's not Source, it's an illusion. Okay, whoever's manipulating you into staying into places, staying in situations, some of you, someone out there needs to hear this, so we're just going to bring it through. Source is bringing it strongly. Whether this is a workplace, a family place, whether this is your own personal experience with your own self, you fighting your own demons or fighting your own negative frequencies, whether it's family, whatever, friends, whatever it is. If anyone, any thought, any experience is making you, abusing you, making you feel bad, abusing you, restricting you, manipulating you, putting you in pain, anything like that, okay, that's not Source. And if anybody says you have to stay because of any commitments and vows you made, that's also not Source. Be aware that those people are using Source or religion or whatever as a manipulation tactic to keep you enslaved. Source, you are Source. You would never limit yourself. Source would never ever bind itself to pain and suffering. We sometimes take on those things for healing, which we have, coming into this unawakened frequency to heal it, but not to be bound by it. There's a difference between we need to release our magic to be compatible to the ones who don't have magic, to remind them of the magic they have, but it doesn't mean I'm going to be bound by the ones that don't have magic. I'm simply releasing my magic to be compatible to the non-magic folk, and then once we are there, we reclaim our magic and then remind them they have magic of their own, basically. But you're not there to be imprisoned by it. So don't let, whatever circumstance you're in, don't let them use fear and manipulation to keep you down. Release, release, release all that doesn't align with you. You will be victorious. Okay. That's not for every one of you, because for the most part you have all released those energies, but some of you are still carrying on, and it doesn't have to be extreme as, you know, abuse or anything like that, but for some of you are still carrying on ways of thinking or heavy energies and beliefs that are keeping you in situations you don't need to be, out of fear, out of a false sense of obligation. You don't need to do that. Don't do that to yourself. Set yourself free. Okay, set yourself free from those old human ways, and don't do that to yourself. You are magic. You're a centaur. You're not of this realm. Don't let the rules of this realm keep you from being the power you are. Okay, near future, Sagittarius. There we go. You see, honor your transformation process. Honor your transformation process. This is the breakthrough you're coming through. This is you receiving that commitment, that relationship, that situation, that proposal, that promotion, whatever it is, but that's aligned to where you are. You see, this is you moving forward and receiving what's aligned to your frequency, not remaining back and settling for that's what's denying you who you are. So as you now release all these energies and you don't hold back and you step forward into the unknown, having zero idea how things are going to work out, but you're trusting because you're trusting source within you, because you feel it's the right move to make. You then honor your transformation process, because it's the caterpillar saying, I have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm going to make a cocoon. I have no idea why. I'm going to go in there. I don't even know why. What's a cocoon? Why am I in there? I don't know what's happening, but I'm going to just trust, because apparently that's what I need to do. And then when the butterfly comes with the cocoon, oh my goodness, I'm a butterfly. What is even that? But now that you're this butterfly, you can finally now receive these beautiful energies of the butterfly. Don't be a butterfly and remain caged by those who are caterpillars. Okay, be free, fly, and finally, as you fly freely, you receive that which honors the butterfly you are, and that's what's coming in the near future. That's your victory. Okay, finally receiving that you don't have to settle for a relationship that keeps you in abuse, when you can set yourself free, do the work in your power, and then attract one which allows you to be in your power, where the person wants you in your power. The person is not intimidated by a power, doesn't need to put you down in order for them to have purpose, or for you to have purpose. And also, this isn't necessarily about somebody else putting you down. This can also be about you putting yourself down. Okay, you being in an unhappy situation, unhappy relationship, unhappy work situation, unhappy space, and yet settling and saying, oh well, I'm here anyway, so I have to make it work. No, you are allowed to release and begin in a way which aligns with you. You don't have to sacrifice yourself in order to make things work, especially when you know there's nothing here that you actually want. It's almost, this devil energy is coming in strong. It's time for a hard look at your life, beautiful Sagittarius. Are you really living a life that's honoring you, or are you just remaining in an illusion where you're not happy, where you know there's so much more you want, but what you're holding on to currently is keeping you back? Because look, it mirrors it. Source is saying free. The mirror energy, devil is saying, I only show you the physical that you are holding on to because of what you're holding on within. When you allow yourself to be sourced within, the light which I show you becomes the light which you are. So it's really up to you. Okay, so it's time that you break yourself free. No one's going to save you here. And if you're with somebody and you know that they're not going to change, don't be disappointed if every single day and every single week you have the same argument, the same experience. You can't be surprised. You can't keep fooling yourself into surprise every single time. It's time that you acknowledge the reality of what's happening, release that potential projection you have. Don't create relationships with potentiality, because it's not real. It's an illusion. See the reality of where you are, of how the person is creating. You be source. Are they creating from source? No, they're creating from egoic mind. Okay, then you can't expect them to have a source and source relationship. Is this somewhere you want to be? Then you need to accept that this is then how it's going to be. Or do you feel you wish to move on? Then release them. No matter what the situation is, even if the kids involved, you being in your power, alone with the kids, is where you are able to then provide them everything and more, as opposed to you being not in your power, with zero support, not being able to do anything for anyone, including yourself. Your power here, and if you don't have, if relationships and kids don't resonate, if it's not what's happening with you, apply the energy, apply this message as it resonates. It feels like it's a very general frequency. Okay, strong within relationships because of Venus retrograde at this current moment, but it can also be with your career, where we're feeling that also with Venus, because Venus is the Taurus energies of career and resources, where you're holding yourself back in a place where you do not want to be. And it's time that you stop fearing the unknown, because that's where the magic lies. Your power, Two of Cups, yes, committing to self, committing to you. This is your spirit self, the shadow committing to source, and your physical self, the light committing to source. Those both honor source. Thus the physical becomes fluid like the spirit is, and the spirit is able to take the shape of the physical, like the physical realm, by honoring source. So you receive endlessly and limitlessly from spirit, and you create endlessly and limitlessly in the light, honoring the source you are. So this is your power. Commit to you, commit to you, commit to you, commit to you. The environment around you, Sagittarius. Six of Wands, then finally you are in the spotlight. Finally you are seen. Finally you are flying with source. Finally you are victorious. And that's what's coming. That's what's coming ahead, okay? Just keep standing your ground. Keep doing you. If you need to release, commit to that release and keep moving forward. Don't hold on to that pain and that suffering and the fear of others. It's time that they do the work that they need to do. Keep up the faith. Don't worry what other people say. You're not abandoning, you're not rejecting, you're not giving up. You're finally releasing the energies that no longer serve you, and you are choosing you, and you're allowed to do so because you're finally choosing source within you, and you are now finally free. Look at how free you are. You are free, and you are seen, and you can fly, and you can manifest, and you can finally do the beautiful things you've been wanting and manifest and create, and you have all the stability and the resources around you because now you don't have any extra energy draining that energy from you. Your hopes and fears. Your hopes and fears, Sagittarius. Seven of Stones. Okay, don't fear the work. And source is saying in this sense, it's don't fear the work that needs to be done. Do it. Okay. Yes, if you have to leave someone, if you have to leave a situation, if you have to leave a work, yes, there's going to be some work that needs to be done, but don't fear it. You've got everything. This is source saying, we've got you, we've got you, we've got you. When you take that one step towards source, source has you. So you will be able to, you'll get the resources, you'll get the work done, you'll get everything. It's time for you to invest in you. It's time for you to work on your garden. It's time for you to clear that garden of yours. Align with yourself with a sacred ecosystem. Release the noise, release the energies that distort your frequency. Release those toxic people and toxic situations. Release those toxic habits and toxic thoughts, and stop listening to that toxic junk on TV and radio. Stop filling your frequencies with energies that don't serve you. It's time for you to really cleanse yourself to source. Don't fear becoming a new being that actually gets where things work out for you. You want so many things, and source is saying, well, you can achieve it. You just have to be. What you are wanting requires a certain being. So be that being, and then you'll get what you want. You know? The caterpillar can't look at a flower and think, oh, I really want to go to you and have some pollen. The flower looks back at the caterpillar and says, well, I am here, but you need to be the butterfly. Then you can get the pollen. But I'm not gonna, all of a sudden try and figure out how to make the pollen work for you as a caterpillar. It's not my job. Your job is to do the work to become the butterfly that can access the pollen I am. So your desires are there, your dreams are there, saying, we're here already. You're the only one who's hot and cold, because you decide to remain in energies that don't serve you. You decide to keep energies that don't serve you. Toxic energies, gossip, pollution, watching things on TV and the news and stuff that just really keeps distorting your energies and frequencies, conversations you're having. You need to have a huge hard look. What are you giving out to the world? And is it what is truly source? Because then you'll receive what you want. Okay. Very stern message from source this week. And that new moon in Leo coming in strong, because the new moon in Leo is new manifestations that you can, in the physical, that finally become you. So we're feeling the new moon saying, Sagittarius, you need to wake up if you really want to ride this wave. But you can't keep making excuses for yourself. You can't keep going back and forth and making excuses for others. It's not serving you or the other people around you. Okay, it's really, and don't give up. For those of you who don't need to hear that, who you've done the work, but you're almost freaking out, like, what have I done? What have I done? What have I done? So saying, no, well done, well done, well done, well done. Okay, there are like two parties here. Those of you who are still tiptoeing, not doing it, and so saying, do it, go, go, go. Those of you who have already done the work and you're freaking out, thinking, oh, what have I done? And so saying, no, yes, 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 yes. If that makes sense. Okay. Okay, outcome, let's see. Outcome. The Flower of Wands, yes, the Queen of Wands, being in your highest self and receiving from there, and that is what you are evolving into. Remember, Sagittarius, your fire energy, so here you are, the fire card representing you, the alchemy, finally stepping into your frequency, in your highest self and creating from there. It's time for you to break through and really come into the truth of you, come into the highest frequency of you, okay? And for some of you, this is where you are receiving an inspired thought. Sort of saying, oh, do this. And you're thinking, you're freaking out a bit, almost scared, apprehensive, because maybe the new thing you need to go into, or the new career, or the new space, you're afraid people are going to judge it. And it's also saying, don't judge yourself according to the old judgments of the past. They don't serve you. What you're receiving now in inspiration, in thought, is part of the new. So whatever new you're receiving, honor it. It's honoring you, and it's a breakthrough, and you're finally freeing yourself from old energies. You see how this mirrors energy. Look, you're freeing yourself from that 10 of Swords energy. This is you flying free away from the 10 of Swords energy. And you're finally healing yourself into the Queen of Wands, finally creating in the energies that do serve you. So for some of you, you are receiving this, oh, I need to leave, or oh, sort of saying, hey, why don't you do this for a job? And you're thinking, ooh, that's a bit intense. I don't know how people are going to respond to me doing that. If I've been doing this, all of a sudden changing career to that, I know I could be judged. So saying, who cares what other people think? Don't let the judgment of other people who are living in fear keep you back. You ascend to your truth, okay? At the bottom of the deck, look, Magician. This is you. You're the Magician. And look, it's followed by the Chariot. So breakthrough. Magician, 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 your alchemy, and you are the Temperance energy, which is alchemy. It's time for you to step in your power. It's time for you to step in your frequency. It's time for you to, light your fires and finally create with your magic. Beautiful Sagittarius, it's time for you to allow your magic to fly. Look, being in your highest self and creating from there. Don't let go of your truth. Don't let go of your destiny. Don't give up. Let go of everything else that's holding you back. Let go of the fear. Let go of the toxic energies. Let go of the past. Let go of anything that's denying you the power you are. Let go of doubt, let go of insecurity, let go of second guessing. If you are having a powerful, beautiful, new, inspired thought, don't let other people's judgments, don't even ask other people. You do you. Don't even, unless you know the person is high vibing, there's no need for you to ask them, because they can never give you a positive. If the person you are asking for feedback is somebody who hasn't done the work, they're just going to give you negative energies. They're going to just project their insecurities and fear upon you. So know your audience, know who deserves to share in your frequency, in your work, in what you are doing, and set yourself free, Sagittarius. Set yourself free. Blessed be.